Hey YouTube, welcome to Diabo Analytics. Today we will learn top 10 Microsoft Excel formulas that can set you apart. Without further ado, let's get started with our first formula. The first and most important formula in Microsoft Excel is sum formula. So if we want to add a range of cells, we use equal sum parenthesis open, select the range and parenthesis close. We press enter. It provides us the total of this range. If we don't want the total of the whole range and we want a total of John and David, we press equal sum parenthesis open, select John, comma, and David. And now parenthesis close, press enter. The total of John and David is 165. Here is a shortcut for this formula. If we press Alt plus equal, it automatically gives us the sum formula and selects the range. We press enter and see, it gives us the matching total. The next formula is average. If we want to have average of a range of sales, we use the average formula. For example, average, parenthesis open, select the range and parenthesis close. Enter. 82 is the average of all these scores. We can do the same as sum, and don't take the average of all, and we take the average of John and David's score. Equal average, parenthesis open, select John, comma, and select David, parenthesis close, press enter. 82.5 is the average score for both John and David. Let's go to third formula. The third formula is concatenate. This formula merges the value of multiple cells into one. So in here we have name and last name. If we do this manually, it can take lots of time in case we have larger list. So what we can do, we can use equal concatenate, parenthesis open, first cell, comma, the second cell, parenthesis close. James Max. So notice that there is no space between James Max. It means the first name and last name. What we can do for the second one, we can use the same formula, concatenate, parenthesis open, select the first cell, comma, quotation mark, space, quotation mark, comma, and select the last name, parenthesis close, enter, Robert Carlos. If you can see, and there is a space between the Robert and Carlos, we can drag and drop our formula and it should apply for the rest of the list. The fourth formula is count. It counts the number of cells in a range that contain number. If we can see this table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cells in this range has number. If we use the formula equal count, parenthesis open, select the range and parenthesis close, press enter, it provides us 5. It means that there are 5 numbers. The same practice that we had with the sum, we can use it here as well. If we press equal count, parenthesis open, just count this range, comma, and this range, parenthesis close, enter. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth formula is count A. This counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty, including both numerical value and text entries. In this file, we have 5 cells with text or names. If we press equal, count A, parenthesis open, and select our range, parenthesis close, enter, it provides us 5. There are 5 cells with text value or numerical value. Let me erase this part and add some numbers here as well. For example, 120, 145, and 345. Initially, there is 5 names or 5 cells with text and 3 cells with numbers. We use the formula equal, count A, parenthesis open, select our range, parenthesis close. It should provide us 8. If there are cells with blank information, if we want to count cells with blank information, we will use the count blank formula. For example, equal count blank, parenthesis open, select this range, parenthesis close. It provides us this value of 0. So let's delete one of it, delete. It counts the blank cells. Let's delete the other one. It should be 2. Let's delete the third one. It should be 3. The sixth formula is the if function. The sixth formula is the if function. The if function is extremely useful. This function means we can automate decision making in our spreadsheet. When using the if function, we will have a logical test. This logical test will have 2 points. If true, it means if it meets the logical test, and the second option is if false. It means if it does not meet our logical test requirement. For example, in here we will write the formula equal if, parenthesis open, this cell equals to, quotation mark open, orange, quotation mark close. This is our logical test. If B3 equals to orange, comma, what should we do if it's true? Write true in quotation mark, comma, if it's false, write false, quotation mark, and parenthesis close, enter. If you can see, this cell is orange, so it means it's true. Let's drag and drop it. These two are red and green, it says false, and the last one is black, it says false. So in this file there is 2 orange. Let's use another scenario. We copy and paste our information here. Now we want to calculate the profit. Press equal if, parenthesis open. So we would say if the cost is more than 200, if this is true, multiply our cost by 20%. However, if the cost is not more than 200, multiply our sale by 10%. Parenthesis close. So even though this is not very much logical, we are making more profit if our cost is higher. So never mind. If the cost is above 200, we want to make 20% profit. If the cost is less than 200, we want to make a 10% profit. Press enter, drag and drop this formula, we can see 150 is less than 200. We make 10% on this. 350 is more than 200. We are making 20% on this one. The same applies for the rest of the information. Just to prove it, let's manually multiply it. This one multiply by 10%, 15. 350 is more than 200. Let's manually test it. 350 multiply by 20%. Press enter. 70. The seventh formula is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a powerful lookup function that helps you find and retrieve data from a table. I have a dedicated video for VLOOKUP which explains it from basic, intermediate to advanced level. Link is in the description and you can find it. In this example, we have a table of information and we want to retrieve information of rank and position for the lookup value or the name in here. So if we press VLOOKUP, parenthesis open, select our lookup value. What are you looking at? We are looking for Kevin, comma, select the table, make sure the lookup value that we are looking at is in the first column of our table, comma, what are we looking, which column, first, second or third. Rank is our second column in the table. We press 2, comma, and at the end, what are we looking at? Are we looking for approximate match or exact match? We can write false or we can write 0 for the exact match. Parenthesis close, and we press enter. 3. So Kevin is ranked number 3. Now let's retrieve position information for Kevin. We use the same formula. VLOOKUP, parenthesis open, we look up for Kevin, our lookup value is Kevin, comma, we select our table, we make sure that Kevin is in the first column of table, comma, which column is position? Position is in column number 3, put 3, comma. Last time we put 0 for the exact match, but now we can also put false, and it means as exact match. Press enter. So Kevin is a project officer. Let's change the name to see if it's dynamic enough. Perry, press enter. Perry ranked number 5 and is a project coordinator. Formula number 8 is index and match. Even index and match are two separate formulas, but the combination of these two formulas in Excel is very accurate and powerful for looking up values within a table. If we want to use the index formula, we will select the table and after that provide the reference of row and column in it. For example, equal index, parenthesis open. This is our selected table. After that, which column are we looking? Which row? First row, row number 4, comma. Which column are we looking? Column number 1. Row number 4, column number 1 is Odenton. The same if we want to use the match formula, we can use match formula for rows and for columns separately. Equal match. If we want to match, for example, Odenton, comma, this is the list of our rows, comma, we are looking for exact match, parenthesis, close, enter. Now if you want to use match for columns, we use the same formula, equal match, parenthesis open. What are we looking at? We are looking at Odenton, comma. And this is our column selection, comma, first. 0 for exact match. 1. Now we use a combination of both index and match. In this example, as you can see, index has a reference of table, rows and column. Now we replace the row and column reference by match formula. In here we want to look up Kevin score in math, physics and all other subjects. We use equal index parenthesis open. We select our table. We lock our table, comma. Now we use match formula, parenthesis open. What are we looking at? In the rows, we are looking at the name, Kevin. We lock it, comma. Select the row, lock it, comma, 0 for exact match. Now comma, say match, parenthesis open. We select the columns. First we select our value, which is math, comma. We select the columns, lock the columns, comma, 0 and parenthesis close. Enter. Now if we drag and drop, it will provide us the score for all the subjects of Kevin. Now let's change the person to Devin. It provides us all the scores of all subjects and at the end the average score for Devin. Left and right formulas are like scissors in Microsoft Excel. For example, if we have the list of account number and we need only the first 3 numbers. So if we do it manually, we should manually write it. However, the left formula, what do I mean by left, is the left numbers. Parenthesis open, select the text, comma. How many numbers from left we are willing to select? 3 numbers, parenthesis close, select enter. It automatically select 3 numbers, and if we drag and drop, you can see the result. Let's say it was left. What if we want 4 numbers from the right? Right. Same, equal right, parenthesis open, select the cell, comma, 4, parenthesis close, enter. It provides us the 4 numbers on the right. Let's also do something else. Mid equal mid. Mid states middle, in the middle. What are we looking at? This cell, comma. So in here, first, we will select from which character or number do we want this scissor to cut it. 2, 3, 5 dash, it's 4. We would say start from 5th, comma, and how many character do I want? I want 2 character. 1, 2, 2, close. It should provide us 15. If we drag and drop or copy and paste the formula, it will provide us this. So as you can see, the account number that we have broken down to the left section, right section, and middle section. The last and important option that I'm going to share with you is drop-down list. We cannot refer this as an Excel formula, however, it's an inbuilt function in Microsoft Excel that we can use it. If we want to have a list of names and account numbers, which should be exactly matching as above or our data source, we can select the cells, go to data, and after that, in data 2, select data validation. And here in data validation, we should select list, and after that, select the source. This is our source. Press OK, and it provides us list of the names. Shows our database or files very much dynamic. So if we want to have the account numbers as well, we use the same procedure. Go to data, select data validation, and from allow, we select the list. After that, this is the list of data that we are selecting. Another benefit of this is, for example, if I'm using something that is not provided or not included in our table, it will not accept it. For example, if I write something like Devin, not Devin Parker, if I try to write Devin Max and press enter, it does not allow. So I can go to the list and select Devin Parker. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.